making the introductory part of this assignment 2.0 on behalf of our group. Our group is group 3.3. We're normally supposed to be about 4 persons in the group, but as a result of a medical emergency, it will be 3 of us presenting this assignment today. Once again, this is our assignment 2.0, a continuation of assignment 2.1, of which the topics still remain the same. The impact of AI adoption on managerial roles and responsibilities. So, due to time limitation, I'll get started immediately. So, I'll be starting with the introductions. This study looks at how AI is changing the work that managers do every day. We're also focusing on roles of managers such as planning, making decisions, supervision, and communications. And finally, the main question is, how is AI changing what it means to be a boss? Our research problem was particularly designed to help our audience have a clear understanding of um, our project work and to shed more light on this topic. And after doing extended literature review, we've been able to come up with 4 major research problems associated with this topic. The first one is the biggest issue is that we still don't know exactly how AI is changing managers' job, their duties, and the skill they need, especially in a continent like Africa. The second one is AI can help managers get things done faster. We know that, but it also makes things harder by requiring them to learn new skills and making it harder to understand their roles. The final research question we're able to draft is there isn't much research from Africa on how managers feel about artificial intelligence. Now I'm moving on to the next slide. This slide has to talk about our research gap. Now you may want to ask, how did we come about this research gap? Well, we have looked at the works by other researchers on this topic, impact of AI on managerial roles and responsibility, or topics that are related to this particular topic. We've reviewed their own literature review, we've reviewed their work and methodology, and we've been able to identify several gaps that we believe our research will be able to plug. Our research will be able to address these shortcomings in their research. And after extended a review of their work, we've been able to come up with 4 major research gaps, something that is lacking in their research. The first is most studies focus on technology rather than its impact on managers' daily work. And the second is some research address managers' attitude towards AI, but neglect the evolution of their actual task and responsibility. Now, most of the evidence come from Europe, the US, and Asia, with very little coming from Africa. This study, we hope, we believe, helps to fill this gap by looking at experiences of managers in Africa. I'll move on to the next slide. Now, this slide, we'll be talking about the themes of this particular literature review. Now, these are recurring phrases that you'll be hearing over and over again in the course of this presentation. They are recurring themes, recurring phrases essentially. Now, the first one is AI and decision making. You hear this over and over again. And the second one is AI and managerial skills. You hear this also. And the final theme of this literature review will be problem with artificial intelligence. This slide, we focus on our research aims and our objective. The aim of this research, the goal is to find out how AI is changing the roles and responsibility of managers, particularly in organizations within Africa. And with this aim, we hope to achieve 3 major objectives, starting with to learn how managers actually use AI to make decisions and to help them work together. The second objective we hope to hit with this research work stroke assignment is to figure out what new skills managers need to learn, need to know about artificial intelligence. And finally, the final research objective is we hope to look into the problems and moral questions, talking about the ethical questions, legal questions, and etc. that managers have to deal with when they use artificial intelligence. So in this slide, we'll be talking about our research questions. Now, these questions are formulated to help us achieve our research aim and our objective, and also to help us proper capture the gaps that we've been able to notice in the research of other people who have conducted similar research on this particular topic. Now, to it is also designed to help us narrow down how we are going to do our literature review and our research methodology. Now, we've been able to extract about four research questions to help us focus our research. The first one is, what problems, dangers, and moral questions do managers have to deal with when they use artificial intelligence? And the third one is, how is AI changing what managers do and what they are responsible for? And finally, how do managers use artificial intelligence to make decisions at work? Now, these are the research questions that we have been able to formulate, and we're going to work our literature review all around and our research methodology. So I'll be handing over to my second colleagues who will take over from me, and he will be talking about research philosophy.
Hello, my name is Hari Prakash Vasu. I'm the part group member of group 3.3. So in this presentation, I'll take the part of research philosophy. So we'll start with this slide. So this for this research philosophy, we have taken interpretivism as a research philosophy method. So, why interpretism is a good fit because we want to know what managers really think and feel about AI. So, the research questions look at how managers think of AI in changing their jobs. So, this way of working is appropriate. Interpretism is also a good fit for case studies and qualitative interviews. So, on this basis, we have taken interpretism for our research philosophy. So, we have used research onion for our selecting our research philosophy thing. So, next we'll jump to research approach. So for this study, we have taken inductive approach as a research approach thing. So inductive fit as we are examining managers' experience rather than evaluating a predetermined theories. So in this, we will be examining exactly what managers experience on the AI usage. So the research questions are also open-ended and examine how managers perceive the impact of AI on their work, making an inductive approach appropriate. So we want to just keep the questions open-ended so that the managers can add their points into it of how the AI is impacting their work and in decision making. So the inductive work well with case studies and qualitative interviews as well. So the next thing what we are going to see is the methodological choice. So the method what we have used here is qualitative method. So we have decided to use a qualitative method with interviews. So qualitative fits because we want to know what managers think and feel about their jobs when it comes to the use of AI on their daily routine. So the interviews let managers talk about how AI is changing their jobs, skills, and problems. So we want to go deep into their daily job routines and find how the AI is able to change their decisions and problems and solutions, how they are getting for the problems. The interview are better than survey because they can be more detailed information. So here we want to know the detail and in-depth understanding of how the AI is influencing the decisions and job of the managers. So the next slide. So what we are going to see is the research strategies. So for the research strategies, we are utilizing multiple case study approaches. So we want to use a multiple case study in this thing to be very sure about what are the outcomes we are going to get out of it. The case study actually helps us to learn about the experience of the managers in real organizations. So we are going in depth into the experience of the managers who are there in the organizations. So how it is impacting their daily routines. Utilizing multiple organizations enable the comparison of experience across various contexts. So we are not limiting our case study with one organizations. We are taking it into a multiple organizations and compare the experience across various contexts and various fields, like how the managers are getting influenced or how the AI is used in their sectors. So on this thing, we can get a better view that how it can be used. The strategy work for the research questions because they look at the role, skills, challenges in their work context. So the next thing what we are going to see is the sampling. So we will use purposive sampling to choose our samples. The research will concentrate on only middle and senior level managers who are employing AI in their professional activities. In this way, we are using choosing only middle and senior level management as our samples means. So those are the decision makers who plays a vital and major role in the company. So we have chosen them as our samples. The participants will be drawn from 2 to 3 entities, including a bank or a telecommunication firm and a public sector and various industries. So on this basis, we can compare multiple entities to compare and see how the AI is improving their decision skills and the solutions for their problems. We plan to talk to total of 15 to 20 managers. So we kept our numbers to high ratio because we want to know exactly how it is getting impacted on their daily routines. These managers are good choices because they already uses AI tool and can talk about how they changes their jobs. So we are selecting the samples based on the managers who are already using this AI in their daily routines. So this how we will get a proper answer for the questions on the AI usages. So we are next going into the data collection part. So the data collections, we have a semi-structured interview with managers will be a main way to get the data. The interview let managers talk about how AI is changing their jobs, skills and problems. If they are available, we will look over things like AI policies and job description. This is a like a secondary thing which we are planning, but our main focus is to get the interview done on basis of how AI is just in helping or impacting their daily routines. These paper help back up and compare what managers says in the interview. We want to get their point of view during this interview. So the next thing after collecting the data is that we are going to do a deep data analysis. We will look at the interview data using thematic analysis. This method help us see patterns that are common in how managers things and what they have been through. So we want to see in this analysis that how they are taking their decisions. So we will code the interview and put similar ideas into groups. These themes will help us to answer the research questions about role, skills and problems. By this way we will get a correct answer to our research questions, and our aim and objective will be also determined by this. So the next part of our presentation will be taken by my groupmate. Thank you.
Yes, my name is Edna Akofo from Group 3.3, and I'm taking over from my colleague. I'll be talking about the rest of the slides, and I'll be starting with ethical consideration. With the ethical consideration, the participants will get all the information about the study and agree to take part of it. No names or organization will be used because it has to be anonymous, and all information will be kept private. So, in conclusion, these studies look at how AI is changing the roles and duties of managers. It also enhances knowledge by supplying evidence from other African organizations. So, these are the references we extracted from doing our research work. To show the complete work, we need to add these references. Thank you.